Hey together, Aaron the Black Dragons, back, and welcome all of you to Monday Madnesses, Oxygen Not Included. So in the first episode, we had a lot of explanation and what's going on and whatnot else. This episode's gonna be a lot smoother because I explained a lot to you. When there's new stuff coming, it's gonna be a much easier time to explain stuff. But we have our little guys here. They did everything I told them to do in the last episode. And now we are going to make our way up to some metals right here. Because we want to build some science stations. And it would be very useful to us. Actually, the way it looks like, we have enough stuff. Those are 5 towers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the 6th one. So there's lots of water over there. So we want to get over to the water. So gonna make all of the beds over here. How long does it take? Nah, we still have a lot of time till the next one comes. So we're gonna take this place right here. And make our science lab out of that. Maybe. Let's take a look how much. I just need that. And if I place that right here, I'm gonna wait on the supercomputer for a moment and we're gonna build towards that because we're gonna need some science to build stuff. And we want to build stuff. So that is what I'm gonna let those guys do. So let's start the game. So because we wanna have research going so that we can build more stuff and work around more things. Because we don't have a steady oxygen income, because again the oxylite produces oxygen, but it also loses weight, as you can tell, so it's not gonna be here forever. So we need to do some research to make sure that we can build an oxygen source. We could build an algae deoxidizer, which would produce lots of oxygen but also would burn down the algae. And it uses a lot of algae for a strong burst of oxygen, but it uses a lot of oxygen, so it uses a lot of algae. That is what I wanted to say. And looking around at the map, algae does not seem to be a thing that there is an abundance of, so we actually might want to look into finding other things to produce oxygen. So this is always the first thing I'm actually going for. Also, that is what I want to do. Let's prioritize all of those things to a 6 so that I can go down here and build a little. Wait, I don't want that. Can build a little. Oh my god, what am I doing right now? I want to build a little generator room right here, so that I can produce energy. So, gonna build you right here, and with you I'm gonna make one tiny battery right next to you, just one, and from you it's gonna go up here and into the thing, and that's going to be the whole generator room. There's nothing else that I really want to make with this room. Oh my god, you guys fell asleep up there because you couldn't get down. You bastard. So we are back in the day cycle. They just barely rescued themselves there. So they're gonna start up building everything right here. So after that's done, we're gonna start immediate research. My hand's hurting for some odd reason. So let's just wait until they are done with all of those things. So we now finally have a research center up and running, so let's take a look into research. There are a lot of branches that open up to you, and you might get overwhelmed at first. That's totally normal because I also got overwhelmed by that. But once you look into everything, you get a good hang of everything. And I like to start up with farming, because with farming you get algae terrariums, which produce oxygen for you. So that is one reason why I start with them. And the other thing is you get planter boxes, and you need them to produce food for your colony. So it's actually not a bad idea to start producing them. And also we still have a problem down here. Here's not a lot of oxygen, because we use up all of that oxygen at the moment, and that needs to travel down this way. But who actually is our scientist? Research. My researchers, that's good. Good. I'm gonna go ahead and prioritize the research for her at, the 6. Doesn't need to be anything very special. And there's enough power in this at the moment, so we don't have any problems with that. So the reason why I put a tiny battery here is because this thing needs constant energy, and with the battery we can provide enough energy for the time being. We're gonna upgrade the battery later on, but for the time being that's perfectly fine. So let's upgrade all of this. Let's prioritize that as 5 again, because I wanna make another bed, because the next duplicant's gonna arrive very soon. And I wanna be prepared for him. So, also once we have the algae terrariums, I'm gonna make manual airlocks where the terrariums are, because I don't want too much oxygen floating around the whole base. I wanna have small little selected areas for the oxygen to travel, because everything else is gonna make a huge mess. So you might wanna make sure that you don't make a huge open base and try to produce enough oxygen for every place. Try to make rather small secluded rooms so that you don't need to produce oxygen all that much. So let's take a look. Do we have anything else? I want to make a medicine code, and I think I'm gonna make one more energy generation room right here, because I think that would be a smart idea to do. I don't need it at the moment, so I'm not gonna do anything about that. So I need health places. A medical bay, maybe down here would be a smart idea to place it. So let's start building it up. And we now have our research. So we now have the algae terrariums, we have the planter boxes, and we have the compost. So we can start another research right away. As you can see, there's another bar right here. That's for another research that we need the supercomputer, which I haven't built just yet. So we're gonna ignore those things for a moment. The next thing that I wanna make sure we have is the power regulation, because there is a heavy watt wire, and just normal wire, electric wire that you get at the very beginning can overheat later on. So I'd like to also take care of that right at the beginning. But now that we have the algae terrariums, let's create some of them around the place here, so that we have our need for them. So I wanna have you guys produce them with a bit more urge than anything else, but I think you guys already are on the job. And once those things... Oh, I don't have any water sources at the moment to provide them the stuff that they need, so we're gonna do something right here. No, don't we do that. Give me a second here. So let's welcome our new duplicant. Who is here? We have cooking and digging. We have one creative one who can't learn, and one who's good at construction. Loud sleeper. I also don't really have need for you. You have diver lung. I'm gonna take the cook and the digger, because I'm pretty sure we can need him at the very beginning, so let's organize him as well. So now he is welcome Turner to the group. He's now a family member, let's build those things up here really fast so that we can get to that. And after that you can start building some airlocks at the places. Especially here we need one. And I'm gonna make one here. And let's just build them everywhere at the very beginning. I'm gonna wait here because this place will take some time. Also, let's get rid of that thing right here. So, yeah. Let's get digging, my friends. So, now that we have a water source that we can draw from, and it's actually a lot of water, we can use the algae terrariums that they have built already. So I'm gonna go ahead, and because they sometimes like to forget about those things, I'm gonna prioritize them with a 6 as well. Because I'm gonna now lock off all of the different rooms in separate areas, because I wanna have the oxygen flow created in there just by the algae terrariums. And one in a small room like this should be totally sufficing, just like down here. In here we also don't need too many. I'm gonna make 3 in here because there are going to be 4 people sleeping in that room, so it's not a bad idea to have 3 in there. Also, he's a loud sleeper. You see now there are those tiles, so that is the distance that he will interrupt other sleepers. Also, thanks for telling me that the research is complete. But since he is far enough away, we are good to go. The reason why I take 3 is, in that direction, for whatever reason, it's not 2 tiles away from him, but 3 tiles. So if he would lay in this bed, his reach would actually go up to this point and not only up to here. Up to this point. So, bit strange, but yeah. Calculate that in and you're totally fine to go. Oh, we have combat. There is one hatcher. One hatch. Its name is Hatch. Those beasts live in the dirt of certain areas and they eat resources. They are normally not hostile, but if you attack them, they will get hostile. So actually a good thing that I built the medical bay with those things right here, because now that we have some fighting, we actually will need the medical bay. So Turner, you get that medical bay and can restore some of your health that you just lost in the fight here. Okay, we got another research. Now we have lots of power stuff right here. And we got the battery, what I refer to as the big battery, because at the very beginning when I first started playing the game, it was called, I think, a big battery. So, but we now have that. We have heavy watt wire, we have a wire bridge, we have a power switch, so we got some nice stuff here. We're gonna take a look into this a bit later. We're gonna start with another research, and liquid piping is something big, but we're not gonna do it right away because still need to figure out a few things here and there. So let's just do interior decorating so that our duplicants can have a nicer working place, because we have some stress level here, because Churn is new to the place and therefore he's gonna get stressed. But other than that, I think this is a good place to stop this episode. We did a lot. We could have done a lot more, that's true, but I think for that, the amount that we've done, it's actually looking rather nice at the moment. So I hope you guys enjoyed this part of Oxygen Not Included. If you did, please leave a comment down below. I really would appreciate that, and hope to see all of you to the next part. So, bye!